A guten Erev Shabbos. Parents often ask, how can I change the behavior of my child? Now, the answer to that question is complex and multi-layered. I'd like to share an insight from Parsha Smith, which helps address the question. The Torah teaches us the laws of the goring ox. If someone's ox gores another ox, the first 3 times it's called a shar tam, an innocent shar, and the owner pays 50% of the damage. From the 4th time and on, the ox is called a shar muad, and the owner pays complete damage, full damage. Now, there are 2 ways that the legal status of the animal can change and revert back to one of a shar tam. One way is, if the animal finds itself in a situation where there's another ox there, and it refrains from goring the other ox 3 times, the status reverts back to that of a shar tam. The Rambam introduces a second way which the status can revert back, and that is if the animal is sold to another owner. As the Meiri explains, the very fact that there's a new owner and a new environment actually changes the behavior of the animal. The Rebbe derives from this a hira and avodas Hashem, which I like to apply to chinuch. Each and every one of us, each child has within them a shar, a nefesh bahamas, an animal soul. And sometimes the animal soul gets involved in behavior that's inappropriate. And there's 2 ways that one can change that behavior. So for example, if the child is disrespectful, as we discussed last week, one can appropriately, at the right time, in the right manner, speak to the child, explain to them the importance of derech eretz, and thereby affect a change in behavior. But there's a second way that we can change the behavior, explains the Rebbe, and that is by changing the environment of the child. Not changing the parents, but changing the environment. Or to put it differently, the chinuch says, ha'adam nimshach acher pu'uleisav, that a person's heart and his mind and his very identity actually follows his actions. So if we help the child come up with certain actions and behaviors or hobbies, positive ones. For example, if we involve our children with greeting guests as they come into our house for Shabbos and taking their coat or opening the doors for the guests, behaviors and actions which train them the idea of respect, this in of itself changes the identity of the child and thereby changes this negative behavior that they conducted themselves in. This is just one suggestion and one idea. In the following chinuch insights, Emir Hashem will address this question in various different ways. Have a wonderful Shabbos.